How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to CuboldCast. Today we're going to be talking about video game adaptations.
Wait, hold on.
Video game.
Wait, what, Ben? You weren't going?
No, I am going. It's just the camera's not displaying.
Oh.
Oh, it's the source. Well, we got the audio. So, I mean, we're still live.
It's not on live?
It was, but the source messes up every time for some reason.
So we don't have video?
There's audio right now.
On YouTube?
Yeah. So people can hear us.
Okay.
Who's here so far?
Someone's like Gucio. Who else?
Alex EFK.
What's going on, Alex?
There we go.
So we're back online?
Yes.
We're back.
What is your picture, Gucio?
It's very small.
Gucio is Avon, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he was here, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Because I was sick and couldn't really talk.
I thought he was here for our Cubold game night.
Probably.
That was the first time he showed up.
Chug, when you're on here, can you go to YouTube Studio, set it to low latency?
It's already on low latency.
Oh, I saw the latency was kind of delayed.
I have it preset as low latency.
Okay.
So it should just turn automatically.
We've been here for a while just talking about random stuff.
Yeah. Having coffee, which is why we need to get a coffee bar. Well, actually, when we have our new setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're moving rooms to a couple of rooms over. So we're going to have a bigger space, and we're going to change up the way we record with chairs and a different backdrop.
It's going to be much different.
This is our opportunity to finally kind of get our production to the point where we wanted it for years.
Mm-hmm. And cable management, too. Mm-hmm. Right now, we just have cables running from here to the other room, and they're kind of just all over the place.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot more relaxed, chill.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Octo? Maybe it's Octo? Sup?
Maybe it's Octo.
What is Octo?
Maybe it is Octo.
Octo dead?
Yes.
So, one of the big topic points, I guess, in terms of small talk, is the Hogwarts Legacy game came out a couple days ago. Actually, technically, it came out
yesterday, but it was in early access since Tuesday.
Oh, that's what they called it?
Pre-release.
Oh.
It was early access.
Oh, yeah.
Early access to the game. They didn't make it an early access game.
Do you get anything else with that Legacy Edition?
Yeah,
the Deluxe? Yeah.
Or Deluxe?
You get a Thestral mount, you get the Dark Arts Arena, and the Dark Arts outfit.
Because I bought it early, but I still haven't played it yet.
But the Dark Arts outfit is sick. I think it's like it is worth the Deluxe. The Dark Arts outfit is.
That is cool, but the arena thing too is a new feature that only the deluxe people get, where you can battle other wizards and stuff. And
I don't get that.
Avada Kedavra.
Nice.
And all
you can kill other people
in the Dark Arts Arena. Yeah, you get to use the Dark Arts curses.
So I've only played like an hour of the game so far. Is that the place that after you do the first duel with the kid in class, he says, "Hey, we have a secret like club. Come check us out."
No, you'll find these dark art things around the map.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think, if you don't have the deluxe, you cannot access them, I think.
That is cool.
But
so you can literally just go and kill with other wizards and stuff?
You can also unlock the curses later on and use them against regular enemies.
And that doesn't affect your gameplay, right? Or the story?
I heard someone say that, or a lot of people say that it does affect, like, it doesn't affect the story, but it affects how some kids have, like, their
Perceive you?
Yeah, how they look at you.
I heard the any bystanders will react pretty negatively to it, but I don't think it does anything in the long run. So I don't know. People have been pretty vague about what it actually does, and I still can't even find what it's like in terms of cooldown.
I think it's just a regular spell that cools down like a regular spell.
It would have to be a lot faster or a lot slower because it's an instant kill.
Well, I haven't used it yet, so I don't know exactly how it works, but
Do you have to work your way up a tier system to get to it? Or can you just do it?
You play the story, and as you progress, there's missions that give you access to learn new spells. So it's not like you work your way up, it's just play the story and you'll unlock more spells.
It's cool when you unlock spells because someone will show you how to do it, and you got to do this like, it's not even a puzzle because it's so easy, but you like trace this line with your controller or whatever, and then if you do it in time, you learn the spell.
Do you have to do that every time you do the spell?
And
No.
and every time you learn a new spell.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
but
to
not
do
every
that,
time
but
you
that's
cast
the
a
first
spell.
time you do it.
Imagine you had to do like the right tracing every
That'd be
time.
pretty
Like you had to learn
difficult.
them.
I played a game like that actually. I thought it would be more like Noita, but it was pretty basic. It was I forget what it was called, but it was a 3D game. It looked like they'd use a lot of basic Unity assets, and you play as a wizard, and like all the environments are destructible and stuff. And you can select like 3 spells. It was a roguelike, so you can get new spells as you went on. But like you can take this slider and you would like hold it down and slide to like the middle of 2 different spells, and it would combine the power of the 2. Like let's say your main spell is like a meteorite spell, and you have like one of the modifiers is it goes really fast. Another one is it goes like shoots 3 of them at once, and the last one like explodes on impact. So if you do it dead in the middle, it does all of those things at once, but it takes longer. Or if you turn it to like the slow or the fast and the triple, it'll just do really fast triple spells. So it was kind of interesting.
I assume this one's more like super basic.
It's once you learn it, you tap the button and you can cast it.
I assume you equipped like 4 or something, right?
There's 4 in total, and you can have 4 total slots for 4 of them. So you can have a total of 16 spells
Well,
equipped at once.
weapon spells, yeah.
Huh?
So you can have the weapon spells.
You can have any spells that you unlock in the wheel.
Oh, I didn't know
You
about the
can
wheel.
fully customize it.
But if you hold right trigger, I don't know what it is for keyboard because I'm playing on a controller, but you hold right trigger or press it once, you do a basic like damage cast. But if you hold it and then press one of the buttons, it's another spell. So like I think right now I have Levioso on square. So if I hold right trigger and hit that, he does Levioso instead.
You can fully customize where spells go. Like I have an accessory spell section for just combat. I have another one for what is it? Exploration. Because there's a ton of like puzzles and stuff. Then I have one for the room of requirement, which is like customizable
That's
room.
a spell?
You get special spells for customizing your room of requirement.
That's cool.
And then another one with a mixture of ones that I might need. But you can swap between them all.
The castle is huge.
It is.
I got lost. I was trying to get outside and I was running around and there's so much in there.
That is so impressive that they were able to make that.
I know. It's crazy. It's another one of those games that gives me a feeling of being a kid again and exploring something. Kind of like a Lego game almost.
Yeah.
Remember in Lego Indiana Jones, the first one, where you'd explore the college?
Yeah.
It's like that, but like amped up by a lot.
And there's puzzles everywhere, and you go up to it and you see it and you're like, oh, I don't know how to do this. And then later on, you find like a paper, or you find you like someone explains something to you, and then you finally get it, and then you can do these puzzles. Or you just test out a bunch of spells on these puzzles, and one of them might work, and you're like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah, you have a Revelio spell that reveals hidden things, so you can go up.
It's almost like a ping, a sense.
Oh, huh.
You can sense enemies through walls if you need to, or like if you think there might be something hidden there, you do that, and then like the hidden object appears in front of you.
How big is the map?
I haven't even gotten outside yet.
I think Sam and I both have like 12, 13 hours in the game already, and I haven't even touched the bottom half.
Is
of
it
the map.
all seamless? Like you could just go.
Going in and out of Hogwarts, there's like this weird like loading circle that like pops up, but that's the only loading screen I've ever noticed in the entire game.
Hogwarts is so big.
Exactly, it's huge. So, but that's
I
the only
assume
loading.
There's probably the Dark Forest, that town. What'd you call it? What was it named again?
Hogsmeade, yeah.
There's some sort of desert.
Hogsmeade town, and then there's so much to the map. When you play it later, you'll see. But
When I was reading about this before I had got it, as soon as it was released, people were complaining about performance. They were like, this game runs awful. I'm not going to get it. It runs so bad. Because they saw someone play it. They probably had full ray tracing on. And of course, they're getting bad frames.
they have ray tracing on, and they didn't have a day one patch out yet.
Well, I don't know why people like are so persistent in turning on ray tracing and then saying the game runs terribly. Like, of course it is. Ray tracing isn't there yet.
Especially with people that have the 20 series GPUs.
Oh, yeah.
They think that their 20 series GPU is like better than anything ever.
I tried it very briefly a couple of days ago on your Steam Deck, and it ran very well. Like, I was surprised.
And that ran bad versus what it runs like now.
Yeah. And then, as of this recording yesterday, they put they put out the patch, so it's even better on both PC and the Steam Deck.
Yep.
Yeah, I prefer to limit it to 30 frames. Like you can uncap it and it'll get like a full 60 in a lot of areas and then it drops down to like 45. But at least for me, I like a smooth frame rate all the way across. Like if you're getting 45 1 second and then 60 another, that choppiness is jarring enough to me that it'll be distracting.
What's up, Taco?
Taco. Is that a dog in your picture?
Think so.
But yeah, I like to steady frame rate all the way across. Like I've been playing Dead Space on my Steam Deck too.
Yeah. I gotta start that.
FSR works really well with that. Sometimes it's choppy because I play uncapped or at least capped to 60 frames. So sometimes it's really choppy, and in other areas it's like 100% smooth. But if it was easier to cap it to like 45 frames, I would totally do that. But the problem is, a lot of times, if you cap the display on the Steam Deck, it causes input lag, and it's completely unavoidable. Steam can't do anything about that.
If you cap it?
If you cap the display so you can drop the frame rate. But if you use like launch options or something, you can actually cap the game, and it doesn't give you that same input lag. So if you can find a launch option that you can cap the game's frame rate, or the game has an in-game limiter that's more than just like 30 or 60, that it's good because it won't give you input lag. So that's what I always prefer to do.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting really excited to play it. I'll have to start it today.
I'm just saying that the more I play it, the more I enjoy it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm actually excited. I mean, generally I'm pretty like hesitant to start open world games. Just because, I mean,
you don't necessarily have to even go into the open world. You can literally just follow the story from beginning to end without having to do any grinding for anything.
But I think this is a world that I might actually find myself enjoying to explore. Just because, like, I'm also, I mean, I've watched the Harry Potter movies, but I'm rewatching them again. Like, I have 2 more to go, like as of my rewatch. But it's just making me more excited to jump in and explore what they have.
See, I always wanted to play it, but I wasn't like extremely excited for it. Like I always thought it looked cool. And I was planning on just getting it after it came out, after launch. Like maybe not the deluxe. But the other day, like I saw some gameplay of it again, and I heard you playing it, and I was like, I'm just gonna get it because I got really excited for it.
It's only $10 extra. It's not that much. And $70 is what the console people have to pay for the regular edition. So it's like we're just getting.
Speaking of that,
we're getting the.
What is it?
Speaking of $70, they released some Breath of the Wild 2 gameplay or Tears of.
I don't know how
Tears
I
of the
feel
Kingdom.
about it.
I haven't even watched it, to be honest.
I don't know. It's the thing is with the new Tears of the Kingdom. It's like it's the same world. It's just changed up a little bit.
And Can you pull it up on screen, Ben?
And then there's
I don't know if the input's actually working because wait, hold on.
Which input?
The computer.
Oh, well, you can set it up really fast.
Yeah, basically like it's just the regular world that they changed it around a little bit, and then they added verticality to it with floating islands.
I think I'm with you on the reusing part. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I never played the first game, let's be honest, but
It's coming through your laptop speakers.
Is it?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, I don't care to hear it. I just want to see the gameplay.
So I haven't played the first game, but hearing that they're reusing the map, even if they're changing it, it still has like a weird feeling to me.
It's like you go into like you were mentioning the other day, like, or I forgot who it was, but mentioned something about like if they did a Red Dead 3 and they had the same exact map and just changed a few things with it.
Yeah.
Like it would be cool, but it's a map that we've explored before.
Yeah. And I'm sure they've changed a lot. Like they probably did a bunch.
That right there doesn't look like anything from the first game.
There's literally that place is familiar.
None of that looks like it's familiar. I mean, the location is the same, but it's obviously very changed. So it'll be cool to explore a similar setting that you're familiar with, but completely different, and you can see what has happened because of the corruption or whatever.
I don't know if I can take the 30 FPS on the Switch though.
You did it though, and you were fine with it. 30 FPS on a small screen is completely fine.
I never actually finished the game though.
Ben,
I didn't actually beat Ganon.
You beat him, it reverts back to the original save.
What's the general?
So I knew about that, and I didn't want to actually have to do it like go back to the original save.
What
I just beat the 4 beasts and just did all the shrines.
What
That's
are
I
people
did.
saying about in the community about the game?
Oh,
They're excited.
they're loving it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Then
just
that's all that matters.
I don't
mean,
care that they're reusing the map because the map is already so big. There's so much they can do with that map. So as
Yeah.
long look at that. That's completely different than anything from the last game.
There's Ganon.
As long as they add enough new things to do in the map, you could take up plenty of time.
Yeah,
Because-
that is true. I'm just curious what they're gonna do in place of the shrines.
I mean, do you have to find the shrines again, Ben?
I don't think so.
Because I would not like to do that again.
Just wait.
I beat this game 4 times.
You don't even have the Sheikah slate.
Yeah,
Is this before or after?
This is after. Look, he has the arm, not the Sheikah slate.
yeah, I beat the original game
See?
4 times. I don't want to get all the shrines again.
I don't think they even have shrines.
Like, it looks like there's more of a playground feel to it. Like, can you build your own flying machine?
I think that's just set. I don't know if you could build them.
Oh,
I don't know. We're just gonna have to watch out for it as it comes out.
it looks fun to me.
I'm probably gonna pre-order.
Of course you are, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, if the fans of the first game are not, if they're not bothered by it, that's all that matters.
I'm gonna see how quickly people get a ROM up for that.
Yeah.
It's played on Steam Deck because it's a Switch game still. It'd be easy to run.
That's soon.
Even Wii U emulators on
really
Steam
soon.
Deck.
Oh,
aren't
yeah,
they
like
a
great
couple
though?
months.
May, yeah.
Even what, Ben?
Even
That's
Wii U
a couple,
emulators
that's
aren't
a
great
couple
on
weeks
Steam Deck.
after Survivor comes out.
Is that going
Survivor.
to Wii U, Ben?
Jedi Survivor
No.
has moved to April 28th.
I'll play that.
Wii U is a dead
I can't
console.
wait for Jedi Survivor. They released like 9 minutes of gameplay for Jedi Survivor the other day.
Huh.
It looks pretty interesting.
I'm kind of annoyed how all of these games are coming out the first quarter of the year.
Yeah.
It's like, what's gonna leave the rest of the year? Like, what's
I don't know.
like even on our list here, Atomic Heart and Sons of the Forest are coming out within the next couple weeks.
Well, technically, Sons of the Forest isn't fully releasing.
but we'll buy it.
We're
and
gonna
we'll
get it
play
day one, but it's not technically fully released because it's going into early access. But Atomic Heart, I cannot wait for Atomic Heart. I was literally watching some gameplay right before we did the podcast.
It looks amazing.
Mick Gordon did the soundtrack too.
Yeah,
So,
I heard it on your laptop, and I was like, "Is that Doom?"
yep. It
But
sounds
it's 'cause-
exactly like
yeah, I
it
love
sounds
Mick
like
Gordon.
Doom's soundtrack. It's so nice.
But yeah, there's a lot coming out the first quarter. I don't even know how I'm gonna.
What does it kill?
Play anything,
Mick
yeah.
Gordon also did the soundtracks for Wolfenstein games.
Oh, did he?
Those are pretty sick too.
But
We have a lot of adaptations on this list here.
A few, yep. But wait, before we do that, you want to talk about COD?
Oh,
I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, we don't know either.
I mean, I haven't heard much of the controversy, but I know, or you're up to date with it.
Yeah, kind of. Not a lot of people like know exactly what's happening. There were a few tweets and stuff. I watched a video of it yesterday about someone talking about it, but basically what's happening is they don't know if they're going to do a full premium release or a DLC release for Modern Warfare 2.
Is that you,
Yeah,
Ben?
what you doing? What are you doing
You
over there?
messing with the mic?
Not intentionally.
Oh.
So a premium release would be essentially almost adding a whole new game within the Modern Warfare 2
Or
system.
a full new IP.
I don't know. But if they're gonna add what, Modern Warfare 3 remastered?
Well,
Or
some people
reboot?
think that this full premium release means that they're going to remarket Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 and keep all the content from Modern Warfare 2 and then add Modern Warfare 3 content to 2. That's what some people are thinking that might happen.
What is the basis for that, though?
Well, the end of the campaign for Modern Warfare 2 left on a cliffhanger.
I assume they wanna. Wait, it did.
It did.
I only played the old ones.
Well,
So
I
I
don't
don't really
think you
know.
guys are ever going to play it.
Well, I have to actually. I'm curious. I'll ask you after, just in case anyone has played them. But I'm curious if they, like, some of the major deaths are the same
This is Modern Warfare 2, so
to the old one, if you know what those are.
I do know. No.
Ah.
I don't know if I should. I was gonna say
don't
I should.
spoil it
I
now.
should
Yeah.
say the end of it, but I'll tell
No.
you. I'll tell you. Mention to you guys after.
You
if
could,
you
yeah,
guys
you tell me
want.
after. I haven't played the new ones, any of the new rebooted campaigns. I know they're really good, but I haven't played them, so I don't care if you tell me.
I mean, honestly, you probably don't even need to play Modern Warfare 2. I'm actually super interested in Modern Warfare 3's campaign
Modern Warfare 3
because of the cliffhanger.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the cliffhanger and the reboot is, but if they're going to make it similar to the Modern Warfare 3 campaign from the old one, which I know a lot of people didn't really like all that much, I thought it was excellent.
Well, let's just say, without spoiling it, that the Modern Warfare 3 campaign is going to be very similar to Modern Warfare 2 from the original.
Oh, they're doing it that way.
So it's...
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Either way, if they do a huge DLC release or they do a premium release or Modern Warfare 3 within Modern Warfare 2, I don't care.
We're all going to get it.
I love that engine, and I'm happy with more content.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Season 2, Museum's being released.
They finally got that settled.
Yeah, and same with Dome. Dome is going to be a multiplayer map too, which is sick.
Awesome. I love Dome.
But
so, movie adaptations. Obviously, the one that's on our mind and the most recent on everyone's mind, because literally everywhere, is The Last of Us.
Yes.
We're technically 4 episodes in at this point. We haven't seen episode 4 because it came out yesterday.
5.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, third. I forget about the third one. It didn't even feel like a Last of Us episode.
It was kind of just there.
They made a really big deviation from the game that, I don't know, a lot of people like. I didn't like it because it changed the story in a way that I didn't like.
I really liked that portion of the game. Going through all the traps and stuff, especially hanging upside down.
Yeah,
that's completely gone.
And the gymnasium.
Yeah, the gymnasium.
I don't know. They missed a lot of stuff there.
I mean, I know a lot of people liked it, but for people who played the game, it might have been a little bit of a jarring shift.
I don't mind some deviations. Like they've changed like the way the zombies work slightly. They've changed a little bit about different characters. They've added new characters. And for the most part, I'm completely fine with that. But if they change up a major portion of the story that you're looking forward to seeing in advance, that's kind of annoying.
I do think they went a little long with the episode too.
Yeah. Well, I think it just broke. For me, it broke like the immersion. Because each week, like episode through episode,
it's building on each other. And all of a sudden
it kind of cut and went like to a...
Yeah.
It's similar to the Bad Batch Star Wars. Have you been watching that?
I haven't even seen the whole first season.
Well, anyway, the last 2 episodes were amazing. Probably the best in that series. But in the last season, there was an episode where the entire episode focused on a different character from the Clone Wars, or actually from Rebels. And then you see the Bad Batch at the very end of the episode as like a cameo in their own show.
Wait, who was it?
Hera.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They did that with the last season of Clone Wars. Remember that middle portion where it was like
yeah, but
really
the Clone
weak?
Wars is about everybody.
Yeah, but I didn't like those couple middle episodes where they were super weak. I think they focused
on the sisters.
Yeah,
Ahsoka.
I liked Ahsoka, but I don't like the sisters. They were just kind of random.
Yeah, they were just kind of
it broke the immersion of watching the whole thing in like the grand scheme of things.
I don't know, the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars.
Those were excellent.
So good.
But yeah, they did that with episode 3 in that Joel and Ellie made a cameo in their own show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of random, but episode 4 was really good.
So far, I think this is probably the greatest game adaptation ever.
Yeah,
made.
and that's not a high bar at all.
No.
Yeah.
No. But even if it was a high bar, I think this one would still be the greatest. I mean,
It would.
Yeah.
as a group, all 3 of us love The Last of Us games.
Well,
game.
okay, I know this might not seem like it might be a hot take, I guess, but I don't know if I'm a huge fan of Ellie. I know she's supposed to be young. I know in the game she was an older actor that played a young girl or whatever. But I don't know, just something seems off in my mind whenever she's...
I think it's the age thing.
I think it's for me. Well, I don't mind her at all. I think she's doing the role pretty well.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Like seeing her, because Ellie's so iconic. It's like seeing her and then seeing the actor and they look very different. It's like a little off-putting. But if you kind of like write that off a little bit,
yeah, exactly.
She does it pretty well.
I've been going back and watching some of the cutscenes, mainly from the part 1 version of the game. And I do have to say, it is not off-putting, but jarring having Ellie have such an old voice and old sound. Like she's like this, she's a little kid, but she sounds like an adult woman. And that might be the biggest jump between the two, because like she was weird in the game, but she had like an adult woman's voice, and so it was kind of like offset.
Yeah.
In the show, she's still a 12-year-old. So she's a little weird kid. Like she does weird stuff. Like what 12-year-old is supposed to be a mature adult?
Yeah.
So it actually makes more sense thinking about like little kid.
Well, it would make more sense, but we first had played the game, so it's like seeing this.
Well,
I'm not saying it's
No, it doesn't bother
bad,
me in
it's
the
just
slightest.
I don't think it bothers me, but I mean, if you look for it, it will. Like even with Pedro Pascal, like if you look at him, like he doesn't. I mean, he looks close to Joel, but it's still not Joel. Like he doesn't have as much of a Southern accent, and it's like
You should see the things people say on Reddit, like the really picky people. Some people are like, man, video game Joel would destroy the show, Joel. Yeah, you'll take out an entire army in the game.
Yeah, yeah. I know some people are. This actually I want to see, but some people are saying that they're still missing that element of. You remember when you grab like an object, like a brick,
Yeah.
and just like beat someone?
Oh
to death?
yeah.
Well, they would throw the bricks or bottles to distract clickers or throw a Molotov. People are getting mad that they're not seeing that. Like, it would be really cool to see. Like, if they show something from the game, like they have been doing a lot of that. They have sounds from the game that they play. Like there's where you patch yourself up or heal. I think there's some part where they use tape in the show, and it was the same exact sound effect.
Wow.
So they do things like that, but it's annoying if people get upset and dislike the show because Joel doesn't throw a Molotov at somebody.
Yeah.
Like, so random.
But that's like, you can't, it's a show. Like, you can't make it a game. Like, even Ben was, me and Ben were laughing at this one part in the last episode where there was like a perfectly cut hole in the wall for Ellie to get through so then she can later unlock the door for Joel. Like, that is obviously like, that's like
It's a video game callback.
But, I mean, you can't make the whole movie or the whole show based on what the game was like.
Oh, and there's a scene in the last episode, which I won't spoil, but they changed it from the game.
Oh, they did.
And based on the dialogue, I'm pretty sure they changed a really major plot point.
Oh, wait. I don't know. Can you say it vaguely without spoiling?
Ellie has a gun.
Oh, yeah.
So they changed it. Which
Yeah.
I did actually like the way they did it. But we can talk about it afterwards because I don't want to spoil for people who haven't seen it. But they also, based on the dialogue, they changed something major from another part that they haven't shown yet.
Well, they also changed multiple major deaths. How they ended up dying, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's up? Wait, what's
one
up,
of those-
Casey?
Oh, what's up, Casey?
I'm
One of those I was fine with.
now that you bring up the gun one, I'm not sure. I'd have to see how it plays out, but I'm not sure how I feel about that because that's like a major emotional point in the game, right? Because
Well, I watched both.
isn't it like the cannibal? That's the first.
No.
Oh,
That's later on. That's way later.
No, it was a similar situation. We'll just talk about it after because I really want to say it, but I don't want to spoil.
Oh, you mean at the university?
Yeah.
I like that. I can't. That's the thing. I have to like not think that way because I'm always like, oh, but the game. But I have to realize that it's like, it's inspired by the game.
They base a lot more of realism on real world stuff in the game. Obviously, zombies, you can't be too realistic, but video game logic is a whole lot different than a show logic.
That's why Neil Druckmann was talking about how he wanted to change it to be more grounded,
Yeah.
which would make more sense.
And that's why, like, the people that are picky on Reddit, that doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, the game Joel would destroy the TV show Joel. Because, like, if it's supposed to be grounded, this guy can't kill 15 enemies.
Yeah. That's what people said. They're like, he fought only 3 guys there. He should have taken out 30.
That in itself is impressive.
Yeah,
if it was
I know.
grounded.
Yeah, but I really want to talk about that. Maybe we can do a full breakdown of the show.
when
after
it comes
it's
out,
out,
yeah.
like full, like
Well, it'll have to be just, like, straight up spoiler.
Well, we'll have...
we can do a non-spoiler, like what our thoughts on it.
We could go
before, and then
episode by episode and then a spoiler where we talk about, like,
yeah.
all the different things
make
we
it
want
a
to talk about.
really long podcast, maybe.
Yeah, because we'll integrate it for people who have played the game.
Wait.
We'll go back and forth and see the changes.
What if we do? We could always do a podcast with the show, and then we could play part 1 later on in March, and we could do a full podcast on part 1 versus the show.
That would be good.
Oh, you mean the reboot? Or sorry, not reboot.
The PC port.
Yeah.
We could do like a full Last of Us 1 podcast about the show and the game.
Oh, that would be perfect.
So yeah, do that.
Yeah, there's a lot we could talk about that because that's like some of our favorite games. So there's a lot of other stuff on this list too.
Yeah.
Some of which we haven't seen, but a lot of which we know a lot about.
The Warcraft one is one we saw years ago. I think that was like
We saw it in
2016.
the movies.
How did we even come to the conclusion that we were going to see that?
Wait, we saw
Like,
it in
never-
Virginia.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
It was here.
That was
No, was it?
Yeah, it
That
was.
wasn't Virginia. That
I
was
thought it was another state that we went to.
no.
We didn't go to a movie theater in Virginia.
That was
Oh.
no. Warcraft came out in like 2016
Mm,
or 17.
yeah.
It was a long time ago.
We just went to a lot of movies at that point. It was just our fun thing to do, like every couple weeks.
Wait, what is it
Yeah.
like? Warcraft. There was like the basement dweller
Oh yeah,
neckbeards that all.
Oh yeah,
the World of Warcraft nerds came out of their
Yup.
basements for the first time.
yeah. And I mean, I think all of us don't really know too much about the games unless
No.
you played them. But
Apparently, it's
It's a prequel.
a prequel to World of Warcraft.
It sets up the events
yeah.
of the story.
I'll say that I actually enjoyed it.
It was good.
I enjoyed it, but then again, like we never play the games, so
I don't think that they had any major characters in there. I don't know. I don't know the story of World of Warcraft.
Maybe it was like the type of thing where you heard the legend of these people in the game, and then they like created them for that movie. Maybe I don't know.
I thought it was just a fun fantasy movie. There was
Yeah.
nothing groundbreaking. It's not like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, you know.
Mm-hmm.
it was.
But it was fun.
I remember it just being kind of like an epic battle, like movie. It was awesome,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure how it would hold up now if I were to watch it. It may not be as good.
Yeah, I mean,
It could be nostalgic from when the last time we watched it.
That's true. Yeah, it
But-
came out in 2016.
Okay.
Oh, it had a 6.7 out of 10, so it's like
it's not
too bad.
terrible.
not bad. Yeah.
it may have been higher if people hadn't been like, it wasn't like the game and given it a bad review too.
Mhm.
And
There's
it-
always those people.
I think it was actually. I don't really remember too much, but I think the CGI was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like for someone who had no idea what was happening, they set it up in a way that anyone could enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so I actually enjoyed that movie. That was one of the better, not even adaptation, but based on games
Yeah.
or movies.
Cuphead is one that I've seen through all the way, and I've briefly played Cuphead, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it has any voice acting really. Like
There's no voice acting.
Yeah.
The game is supposed to represent like a 30s, 1940s cartoon. There's no actually. The only talking that I know in the game is through like songs, and they're like singing. That's the only type of talking that
the enemies. Or the
there's
bosses.
King Dice. He has his own song, and whenever you go into his room, he's like singing. And then
It's a boss rush game.
yeah, but it's such a good game. I've beaten it like twice.
I got it on the Christmas sale, and I've yet to play it. So I
Yeah.
want to play it on Steam Deck.
I have to play that too.
I'd recommend if you guys play the DLC, I mean, you could always there's a really OP weapon that's added with the DLC that you could use in the base game. It makes the base game way too easy.
Huh.
But
As for the show, I actually really like it.
I've seen a few episodes.
It's like kind of reminds me of like SpongeBob, how it's so weird and dumb, but it's like really funny.
maybe I am disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That was a quote from the movie that we turned
Show.
into our own meme. Oh, show, yeah. But I've seen maybe 3 or 4 total, and I liked them.
I'm pretty sure the 2 seasons that are out right now, when I watched them, I binge watched the whole season. Because they're like 10 minutes each, and there's like 8 episodes or so. So I just watch them like one after the other.
I don't know. From what I've seen of the show, it's nothing like the game. So the game has you. To the beginning of the game, you're actually like gambling with Satan in his casino, which is so weird. But basically, you bet. Like you're like keep getting wins and more wins and more wins, and so he's like, "All right, let's bet your life," and versus like whatever, and or you can get like riches or whatever. And they like, okay, because they're on the high of winning, and then they end up losing, and they're like, no, please don't send us to hell. And so Satan is like, okay, go and collect these documents from, or go collect these soul documents from all these bosses. And that's the premise of the game, is you have to defeat the boss in stealing their soul contracts to give to Satan.
Oh, in the show it's different. It's like you Cuphead accidentally gets a soul like taken over from the devil because he was gambling or something, and then his brother gets him out, and then it's like this constant battle with them and the devil, and then the different bosses or whatever.
But yeah, the story of Cuphead's really good actually. It's really funny.
Yeah, I gotta play it, but I think Cuphead probably has like I don't know, I have to check Reddit or whatever, but I think probably people wouldn't be too upset that the show is different, just because it's like
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah,
People weren't invested in the Cuphead story.
yeah. So, but I mean, I like the show. If you want something stupid to watch that's just like funny and just to waste time,
You have it on when you're eating dinner or something.
yeah. I like it. It's like for me, it's like one of those cartoons that kind of like Adventure Time, where it's like super weird, but
or
it's
like Gumball.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like a classic to me now.
Yeah.
The Assassin's Creed movie.
It was kind of mid.
From what I remember, the main thing I wasn't a huge fan of with it is, okay, so sorry if anybody speaks Spanish, but the whole time you were within the Animus, it was all Spanish.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
You don't?
I didn't mind it.
Well, it was all subtitled. So like 80% of the movie was all in Spanish. So it's people who don't know Spanish. I remember it was very difficult to get into it.
My issue is just the movie was mid, and the story was, and it wasn't shot very well. I remember the chase sequences were really choppy and jarring. And every time they were on a horse, like doing a chase, it was oddly stuttery.
Wait a minute. You don't like reading subtitles?
Oh,
No.
I hate that mindset.
What?
I don't know. For games, I like subtitles on. For movies, I like subtitles off.
For games?
I can't.
I don't
It's
know if
even
I
worse
have
in games.
subtitles on in games.
I don't know. I like to have subtitles on in games. I don't know why.
It breaks my immersion when I'm looking
Yeah, I
down
don't-
and not watching what's happening.
Yeah, but sometimes some people are really hard to understand.
I'm not sure if I've ever had subtitles on in a
I haven't had to worry about that.
I don't know. It's just like not a pet peeve, but it's just something I do.
Unless I'm in the chat and everyone's loud.
Zevi singing.
Yep.
Well, I do that too sometimes. But I think the Assassin's Creed movie was kind of mid when I saw it.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest.
We thought it was okay after we saw it, and then after a while, we're kind of like, I didn't like it.
Like, what is it? In the summer, I played through every Assassin's Creed game within like a month and a half to 2 months, I think. And looking back at the movie now, it's like I'd much rather play through the games again than watch the movie.
5.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah,
It was Michael Fassbender.
I don't know.
If that's how you say it. He plays Magneto.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
I actually like him as an actor, but the movie just kind of sucked.
Yeah.
I think the main thing that I don't like about Assassin's Creed is the Animus. Every single game, let's go back to the Animus. I'm like,
And they had that in the movie, didn't
other
they?
than Assassin's Creed 2 through 3, I think. So 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3. It was all the same guy in the Animus, and the story in the Animus was actually interesting. If you ever remember that,
No.
I forgot
not
what
really.
his name was, but you remember me playing the game, and he had the jeans and the white hoodie on,
Oh yeah,
whatever his face is.
the
I
one
forgot.
who was Ezio's ancestor.
Yeah.
Huh.
No. Yes, he was the Ezio's ancestor.
Yeah, he was in there for a lot of the games, right?
Yeah, I did like him, and that's the only Animus I liked. Anything past 3 is just annoying.
Huh.
But
Oh, no.
The Uncharted movie.
Uncharted. I've actually never seen it. Have you seen it?
never.
It did not look interesting to me.
Well, okay. The Uncharted games are really special to me. Like, those are some of my favorite games of all time. And this movie, it's great for casual people who haven't played the games, because I've heard a lot of people like it that haven't played the games, but I think Jaden watched it and he played the games as well. He likes them as well. And he said that basically like a ton of the huge set pieces that were in like separate games, they just kind of meshed them together. And then it was just like a stupid action movie.
Plus, I haven't played Uncharted or I haven't seen the movie, but I hate when they take famous actors because they're already famous and cast them in roles.
Oh yeah, Tom Holland.
Yeah, he plays the same character in every movie. Like
didn't Mark Wahlberg play Sully?
Yeah, which is weird because Mark Wahlberg looks more like Nathan Drake than
he does.
Tom Holland.
But it was supposed to be young Drake. It's like,
but they didn't even. I don't even think they followed the correct story. Like it's not even.
I thought Sully joined him when he was old. Because I started the first game, and he was like in his 30s. Drake was.
They met. No, they're in the third one.
Oh no, he met when he was a kid.
Yeah, in the third one you play as young Drake for a little bit. But I don't think they used much of any of the story. It was kind of just like the title and then big action
the characters
movie.
And then
the big actor and then make it just huge CGI sets and then pump it out.
Yeah.
People like it.
Huh.
But again, I haven't seen it, so I can't really formulate a complete opinion on it. But
I just know that from what I've seen and heard about it, it doesn't really have anything to do other than the name and characters.
Yeah.
So that's not that interesting to me, especially when the story matters in the game. When it's Cuphead, the story doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah, when it's not the main focus.
Yeah.
Especially Uncharted, that's such a people building, like it's such a character focused game. It's so weird that they just don't really use much of that.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah, I think they should do shows if they really want to do that. Like they should have done an Uncharted show,
or they, if they really cared about character development, they should have made Uncharted, or this Uncharted had plans to make 2 and 3. Which, I mean, they may make a second one, but it's not going to be sequential like to the game.
Do you remember,
be...
what is it? The Young Indiana Jones miniseries.
I wasn't a huge fan of those.
I did like it, though.
I liked a couple of them.
What was that?
Young Indiana Jones. I don't even know when that was made.
It was made a while ago. It was like years and years ago, but it was like The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones.
It's basically just him as like 15-year-old or something in other countries, like running into these random adventures.
It was pretty cool.
It was interesting.
From what I remember.
Who played young Indiana Jones?
I can look. Let me see.
It's made like in the mid 2000s or something.
I don't know.
Or 90s?
The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, 1992.
Oh wow.
What did it get as a rating?
Sean Patrick Flannery.
I don't know. It actually kind of looks like young Harrison Ford in certain pictures. 7.2, so it's not too bad. I don't know if I've seen this guy in anything else, though.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Oh, wait, Harrison Ford played his dad? That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, but I remember when we watched that, it was okay. I wasn't all that interested in it.
Yeah.
That's not even a video game, though. The Mortal Kombat. I think there's multiple movies about that, right?
There was a new one, a reboot, in 2019, I think, and I watched it, and it was okay.
Yeah, I heard the old ones were pretty bad and just like straight up cringe.
I think that's one of those games where they just make a ton of adaptations, kind of like the Tomb Raider games, where they're all like just so subpar.
Yeah. Do we even have that on here? Tomb Raider?
Sorry, I don't know.
Tomb Raider is
not Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it's on
I
here.
meant Resident Evil.
Oh.
How they're obsessed with making so many different adaptations, shows, movies, and they're all crappy.
Although the Darkness one, the one with Leon and
Is that the
Claire,
cartoon?
it's the animated one. That one I've actually been interested in actually watching, but I heard it didn't really get that good reviews. The Resident Evil show, like the live action one, I heard was terrible.
I thought the Netflix one was a cartoon.
There's 2 of them on Netflix. There's an animated one and there's a live action one. The live action one was the one that was horrible.
Yeah, that one got
The animated
awful.
one was pretty decent for a lot of people say.
Huh.
But
There's also Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog, and
I wanted to watch Sonic 2 so bad, but I don't think anyone wanted to go to the theaters with me.
I never saw the first one.
I mean, I would have gone if you mentioned it.
I don't know. I think I mentioned it, but it's one of those movies that's kind of hard. Like, if we go to the movies, it's gonna be for something big. Like we went for the Batman.
Yeah,
that was a big one.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, generally the big Marvel movies we go. Oppenheimer, we're gonna have to go.
Oh yeah,
yes.
for sure. But like something for like Sonic, even like the second one with Knuckles, like it just wasn't enough to give us the push.
We should have gone to see Minions while wearing suits.
I wanted to see that. Minions.
Didn't you watch it the other day?
I watched it on Netflix and it was really funny. I liked it a lot. I love the Minions. Well, okay.
I don't like Minions that much because they've been overused.
Well, yeah, but the Minions movies are not that good. Just the world, Despicable Me world I like it.
Yeah. What about Detective Pikachu, which I've never seen?
Sam?
Ryan Reynolds.
Didn't Sam watch that? He said he liked it.
I think so, but literally Pikachu is voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
What?
You didn't know that?
Are you serious, dude? Ryan, I love Ryan Reynolds, but he plays the same character in every movie.
Yeah. I still haven't seen that Free Guy movie.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
We I think Jaden was streaming it in the chat one time and we all watched it.
I've seen the ending.
With the Iron Man, the Captain America shield or whatever.
Yeah, and
He was fighting himself.
The Hulk version of himself.
It's so weird.
Oh.
It was actually a good movie though.
Huh.
It's worth watching.
Was he the same, Ryan Reynolds, like the way he acted?
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of fit with the movie.
Huh.
But
We already said Resident Evil.
yeah,
Monster Hunter?
Monster Hunter got a movie like
Live action?
2020, I think. 2019, 2020.
I remember
Live
that
action,
actually.
yeah. And then
You
Sam said he
serious?
went to go see it and he liked it.
People were talking about
But
it.
I'm pretty sure it didn't get that good reviews.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure it had the same lady from the old Resident Evil movies that played the main character.
5.2 out of 10.
So apparently Sam liked it, so.
I'm not sure how high that bar is for Sam.
Yeah,
What did
that
the
is true.
Rampage movie get?
That's with The Rock, right? I never watched that
Did
one.
that have The Rock?
I think so.
Oh, it did.
I feel like
6.1.
I feel like that one doesn't. It's one of the ones kind of like Cuphead where I played the old Rampage games
On PS2.
Yeah, those were.
We
I
played
love
that
those.
on the website.
Yeah.
I didn't play the website version,
It's
but
the same one.
I love the Rampage games.
Yeah.
But
We used to play, you, me, and Dad would all play.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, what would you be? I would be the gorilla.
I would be the wolf looking.
Yeah, and
thing.
Dad would be the,
Oh, I like the wolf.
lizard.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because we could all play on the same keyboard. So someone had to use like the number keys and we'd all just
Oh.
like squish in and play it.
On the old thick monitor.
Yeah, those are some good times.
I think I used to play it on the GameCube years ago.
Yeah, so the movie was basically just King Kong with a couple extra monsters thrown in.
But I think it's one of those movies where obviously the Rampage games don't really have that much story, so it's like you can.
They can
kinda
do
just,
whatever they want.
It's kind of like a dumb action game movie.
They had a couple callbacks to the game. Like in the game, there's a scene where like you eat a lady in a red dress or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
and towards the end of the movie, the lady all of a sudden was wearing the red dress randomly, like one of the main characters, and then she just got eaten or killed in some way. I forget,
Nice.
but it was just a callback.
Did you guys ever play this one?
No.
That was a good one.
The one that we played was 2D.
Oh, I played the 2D one as well.
Ben, pull up the original Rampage gameplay.
This game is like, it's so good. You grab the little people in the windows and you eat them.
Yeah, the helicopters are all shooting at you.
Yeah. The food upgrades.
Go to videos, Ben. You can literally just click videos at the top and you can.
And I remember there's this one of the levels has water in it, and like you can fall in it and drown, and they like hold up their hand and go under.
Oh, is this it?
That's it.
Oh
World
my
Tour?
gosh.
It's not World Tour. That's not the one we played.
That's the
Hold on.
3D
Are you sure?
one.
Skip into the gameplay.
Pretty
That's
sure
not, that's not the one we played.
You sure?
isn't it the 3D? Oh.
Oh no, it's not.
Oh,
the
I
one we
never played that one.
I'm watching footage on my iPad right now. It's just the original arcade game. Right
Yeah,
there.
I played the 3D one and then the 2D one.
Okay, yep, this was it.
George, the monkey's George.
Experimental vitamin.
has ill effects.
Yes.
You just climb buildings and eat people and destroy the buildings.
It's awesome.
I'm pretty sure it's just an arcade game.
He going crazy.
Yeah, we used to love that.
Just stupid fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you ate the lady at the dress. Oh, wait, you have to save her? Oh, maybe that's like... Actually, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure she got eaten in the movie.
I don't know.
You watched the movie?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Oh, how was it?
It was okay. I mean, it was... The Rock was The Rock, as he is in every other movie.
He plays the same character.
It was basically just like a King Kong-like movie with someone who identifies with the monkey and like they can calm him down.
Oh.
It was pretty like
The Rock
nothing
can
original.
identify with the monkey.
I don't think it was him. I think it was a woman. And I don't know where the other animals came from. I think they're all just experimental or something. But it was. I was like, oh, they have the alligator or whatever, but it's nothing like super exciting. It's just kind of cool to see it done in live action.
Maybe I have to watch that.
Yeah, it was okay.
What else we got?
Tomb Raider.
Did
Which
you watch those?
I didn't see the new one. I think Nick and John watched it, and they said that they really liked it.
The actor or the actress.
But I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I loved the Tomb Raider games. All three of them. They were so good.
They're like Uncharted, but like more supernatural.
More mature. It's rated M, and there's like blood and gore in it.
Every time I looked over at you playing those, it would be this weird sequence of falling from the sky and then standing on the boxes and fighting things and then jumping from box to box.
What?
So there are multiple sequences where you're just falling.
No, it was the action, not the, what is it? The destruction scenes were like citywide, and so like the city would start flooding, and you'd have to like weave around the things in the water, and I don't know. It's very hard to explain it.
Well, there's one where like an airplane explodes or something, and you
Did you
jump
read
out, and there's cargo everywhere, and you're like falling for 10 minutes, and then finally you somehow land and are fine. Like,
I don't know, but Shadow of the Tomb Raider had some sick stuff in it. It was so cool. Yes, Keenan, we do read the comments.
Keenan's here?
Yep.
Keenan,
What's going on, Keenan?
I haven't seen you in forever.
I know that so there was a couple Tomb Raider movies with Angelina Jolie. Those were like just more of those subpar, crappy game adaptations.
It's like the early 2000s superhero movies. Just so terrible.
5.7, 5.5 on IMDb. But the new one has a 6.3 that came out in 2018. And I believe they're making a sequel to that.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure I heard something about that. I could be wrong, but
The Prince of Persia. Remember that one?
I like those. But I was a kid when I watched them.
There's just
I
one
think
movie.
there's one of them.
Or it was with
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
We used to love that movie, actually.
Wait,
Yeah, it was
with
just
I remember the bald guy,
Oh, yeah.
the guy who played in Iron Man.
Yeah. Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was funny. He was the bad guy though, with the dagger. Remember
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dagger?
We had the Legos.
With the Legos, yeah.
We wish that they made a Lego game of that because we would have
That would have
totally
been
bought it.
so cool.
Dude, this
Like a
movie was
Lord of the
awesome.
Rings, like open world type of Lego game for Prince of Persia.
The Legos they made for that game were sick too because they
were.
made a lot of weapons that they hadn't made for other IPs.
I remember his hair that they made in Lego form was the only one like it too.
Yeah, he had the 2 swords in the pack, and I remember I had a set that had a couple of the enemies in the game. They had like these gauntlets that had like Wolverine claws in them, and another guy had some sort of like special axe, and then there was the dagger too in Lego form, and those are like some of the coolest Lego weapons they've made.
I guess Disney. This is a Disney movie technically.
It was Disney, yeah.
So I guess it's on Disney Plus then.
Oh,
Probably. I
Yeah.
might have to watch that again. That was such a good movie.
I'm pretty
least it
sure
was to young us.
The Prince of
it was to
Wow.
the younger version.
Yeah.
Of us.
the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake by Ubisoft is still like nobody knows what's happening with it.
Yeah, my first experience with Tomb Raider was the movie. I hadn't played
Prince
the
of
games.
Persia?
Or what did I say? Tomb Raider?
You said Tomb Raider.
Oh, Prince of Persia. Yeah,
We played. Pretty sure we played the DS version of Sands of Time.
I didn't play that.
We did.
I didn't. I played some sort of mobile version on one of Dad's old phones.
Was that what that was?
I think so.
Man,
You guys ever played the Two Thrones? That was a good one.
No,
we didn't play any of the Prince of Persia games.
Oh,
except for the phone version, which I don't know how.
I don't know
what
what that one is specifically. But
I played Sands of Time, the Two Thrones, and then the original. Well, it may not have been the actual original, but Prince of Persia.
That was that time period where every phone kind of had their own interface and own games for it. And I remember they'd all have like a random store, and we'd go on them.
I remember
and
there was
like,
some sort of T-Rex game on there too.
we'd want people to buy the games for us. We're like, Mom, buy me this game. I want to play it. But they all be different on every phone, so they wouldn't transfer. That was a weird time thinking about it.
What, all the different launcher or Play stores or whatever?
There was a ball game on there too. I forgot what it was.
No, you had a flip phone that had a golf game on it.
Oh yeah.
I want to find that because the music was kind of iconic. It was fun because we had my parents, when they got new phones, they would give us their old ones to play on.
Even if they were broken too, we'd just play with them.
I remember the BlackBerry I had with you'd flip it like horizontally.
Yeah, you got Mom's phone where it had
The red, you could flip it up or you
yeah.
could flip it both ways.
yeah.
And then if you push it down the middle, you'd flip it up both ways.
Yeah.
And so it almost like break it, but
Yeah, and
Did
then
they
I
have one
had
of
the
those
touchscreen one.
Did it have one of those little ball, like in the center? It'd have the little ball.
It
where
didn't
you
have
can-
that. No.
Yeah, I had the one with the really terrible touchscreen that you had to press
Yeah.
10 pounds of pressure just to get it to work.
It's so weird thinking about that. Like that was what, maybe 10 years ago?
No.
No.
That was like 2007.
We were like 6 or 7 years old.
2008. That was like around the time Ben was born.
Oh, right. I'm thinking about PS3 days.
But I remember when my dad got his first touchscreen phone, I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah, we were obsessed with playing like Fruit Ninja
Well,
and
no,
stuff and
the
Jetpack
one before
Joyride.
that.
Fruit Ninja.
Well, that was his first Android phone. That was like a real phone,
Oh yeah.
real cell phone. But yeah,
We'd always fight over it.
because we get to play Temple Run and all that.
Oh, Temple Run. That was
Yeah.
huge. I remember that. On the old
When mobile
old
games were
iPhones.
actually good.
I remember I had an old iPhone 4. That wasn't too long ago, but I used to play Temple Run all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I had a.
I thought one of you guys cracked Temple
I-
Run
I used to crack
with Lucky Patcher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember
That's so
at your
sketchy,
house we would play those games.
Yeah.
Like your mom had a phone, we'd play Fruit Ninja and Temple Run on it.
Speaking of mobile games, there's the Angry Birds movie.
Oh yeah.
I have never seen that actually.
I think
I've watched the first one when they were watching it.
The second one's horrible.
Is it? I watched the first one and I actually enjoyed it, but then again, it's like a kid's dumb movie. Like,
The only thing I remember from it was the eagle peeing
what?
into his pond.
oh, I don't remember that.
So wait, how does that even work? Like, what is the movie about?
If I
pigs
remember right,
taking
it
the
was
eggs.
because the pigs. They had to do something with the pigs.
Maybe if you think about it, it's kind of like a race war. Like two different races trying to kill each other
Pretty
for no
much.
reason. Like,
Yeah, I think the pigs weren't they
tried-
trying to take their land?
They tried to take the eggs.
Yeah. Actually, Ben, the second one got, okay, so the first movie got 6.3, the second movie got 6.4.
I just remember it being really bad.
I mean, both of those reviews aren't the greatest.
No, but I mean, I mean, I like the first one for what it was. Just this, kids movie.
I saw there are multiple Hitman movies. I don't know anything about those.
I remember Ricky talking about the newest Hitman one,
There's a
and
new
he
one?
said he liked it. It was like 2016.
I remember there's been a lot of them made, but I think those are more like get swept under the rug because they were like.
I thought it was called Agent 47.
There's there's that one, and I think there's just one called Hitman. I don't know.
I don't know. I just heard that they were pretty bad.
I may have seen one of those YouTube videos where they go over and just make fun of it. But besides that, I don't know. I heard they're awful.
There's a Doom movie with The Rock. The Rock is in everything.
When was that made?
That was old.
Early 2000s, I'm pretty sure.
Is that the movie where he plays the crab monster?
No, that's something else. The horrible CGI thing.
Yeah. Like one of the worst CGI ever done.
I can't remember what that's called. Oh, Carl Urban plays in it. I saw this years ago. I think someone was watching it, maybe Josh, and I remember just being scared of it. Because this came out in 2005, so I must have been like 6 years old.
2005. Okay.
I was probably 6 or something. But all I remember is that it was like a group of army soldiers or whatever, and they were fighting like these giant monsters. Well, demons.
Was there actually Doom guy in there?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just
based on.
Yeah, there's no
on
Doom
Doom?
guy. I don't think, unless he had a cameo maybe.
Oh, maybe. What is the Postal movie?
I have no idea. I just looked up a list of video game adaptations to movies,
I don't know.
and Postal was on there apparently.
When was that made?
I have no idea.
2007. It got a
old.
4.4.
Oh,
Wait, there's one from 2019. That got a 6.2.
are you sure that's not the new Postal game called No Regrets?
No, it's called Postal 2019. I don't think it's based on the game. I can't really tell.
I don't know. If it was based on the game, that would be such a bad movie.
Yeah, I mean the original was just about some guy that just goes around town and like does whatever he wants.
You
Kills
should do a
people.
hatred movie.
No.
That would not go over well.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't know. Actually, wait. It seems like the first one wasn't even about the game either. I don't know.
Well, I saw a meme where it was like, choose a video game that you'd wish to be real life, and then it had a picture of the hatred guy.
Oh no.
It's like, dude.
Is that game even on Steam?
It's on Steam.
Oh wait, is it?
You can
I
get
think
it for
was
like
the
a buck or
2007
two.
one.
It's actually terrible though.
That's not even an enjoyable game. Like, I'm not like upset about the game being made because people can make whatever they want.
It's
but like,
so edgy that it's to the point of cringe.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not even like who genuinely buys that and like wants to play that. Like, you're not getting
I
anything
bought it
from
for
it.
Jaden.
Well, I mean,
like
like
last year.
I got
He
it
was
for
like,
99 cents, I think, and I played
Yeah,
it for a little bit.
I had some Steam credit.
It's so kind of cringy because the guy, he's this whole we live in a society thing, and I just hate society. I hate humans and their happiness, and so he goes out and just kills people. Like, it's so stupid.
Like isn't it like grayscale? Unless the
Yeah, it's gray,
With
but
the
the
blood is
explosions,
red?
police sirens, and blood are all in color. I actually kind of like the isometric gameplay though, because like if you drive a car into a house and stuff, it's destructible, and you shoot some explosive thing in a house, and half the wall will blow up and crumble. But after that, you go into like the sewers, and then you're just killing cops in there because they're chasing you. And I think there's a couple more missions similar to that, but I don't know. It's fun for like 10 minutes, and then you
When
get
did
bored
that
of
come out?
20. I don't know.
So I remember there was like a huge
early 2000s.
controversy
No, what?
about
Well,
it.
not early 2000s, like
No.
2013 or something.
Yeah, I remember there
No.
being a lot of controversy.
That was 2015.
Oh,
I don't know. People were just like, "Oh, it's awful. It's violent or whatever."
Yeah, I don't care. Like I said, people can make whatever they want, but like it's just kind of a dumb premise in general.
Yeah, I mean, The Last of Us 2. That's like the most violent game, probably.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
like it was.
it's the most realistically violent game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can play Doom and like blow up demons when there's just giblets of whatever flying everywhere.
That's violent, but
But
if it's a realistically violent, it's Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
I saw a clip on YouTube recently that reminded me of a portion of the Last of Us 2. Do you guys remember when you're playing as Ellie and you're like adjusting your gun, but then a guy comes up behind you and grabs you?
Where is that? Is that towards the end of the game?
I don't know when it is, but I remember us talking about it, but it was so jarring because like when you're doing your gunsmith thing and you're like changing things out and cleaning your gun and stuff, like you feel safe, but then all of a sudden a dude comes out behind you and grabs you and like,
Huh.
I don't know.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
I remember it being like, I was like, what's going on? Like I should be safe in this screen.
I think it was maybe week 2 of the Last of Us release. I was really obsessed with going back over the games and stuff and being like, man, I really hope they don't do part 2 as a season, stuff like that. But since they're probably going to do that, I'm trying to come to terms with part 2 as a story. Because like it's really hard for me though, because I feel so disconnected
Well,
from
the
the
thing is
original.
with that, there's like they didn't really go that far with the first game, as in like specific things that happen. And I'm worried that they're gonna like go even farther with the season 2.
Oh, I know what you mean, but yeah, I was I was actually excited to play the second game again. And I'm actually seriously considering still getting a PS5 because there's a lot that I want to play on there. Like The Last of Us Part 2.
God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, maybe the second Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of
Demon
God of War,
Souls.
they're in the process of making God of War show on
yeah.
Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And Christopher Judge, I'm pretty sure, is going to be...
No, he wants to play.
He
Kratos.
wants to, yeah. But I'm pretty sure they're thinking about making him play him.
I think he's got the fit for it.
Oh, he
Isn't
does.
jacked?
Yeah. And he's got the voice. He's bald already. I mean, the guy could do super well. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff on PS5 that I wanted to play. But The Last of Us 2 is something that I'd definitely replay. Because the gameplay was just so
excellent.
good.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Some of the best gameplay I've seen or I've played.
When is it? When it goes to PC, people are gonna mod it so much.
Oh, that'll be fun.
They're probably going to replace...
the whole half the game.
well, I was going to say, you know that part where you're golfing? They're going to switch the characters. Probably.
Yeah, that'll be actually funny to see what people do with that.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, that game makes violence not only realistic but impactful in certain ways.
Gosh, yeah.
Because of how much you care about the characters.
Yeah.
So that's something I've been actually trying to like come to terms with in my mind because it's so hard to accept that that is actually the official second game.
Yeah.
It feels like a fan fiction.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's inevitable that they're going to do that in the show. Like, I find it hard to believe that they're going to change it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're gonna change out Ellie for another actor.
I don't think so.
That girl is like 20 or 21 years old. So I assume they just make her... She'll probably just...
But she's... I don't know.
Well, she has a baby face.
Yeah.
But I assume that they can probably make her look more or like older than she looks.
Yeah, they can do a lot with makeup.
That is true.
Like they can just... It's the way she dresses too. She dresses like a kid in this one. It's also framing. Like if you frame a lot of above shots, it makes people look a little bit shorter. But if you kind of frame from below a little bit, you can base the framing and make them taller or whatever you need. So, I mean, she could probably pull it off.
Yeah.
But that's the big one right now. And that's what everyone's talking about. I also added at the end here, the Halo show.
Oh, shirtless Master Chief.
I don't know what they're trying to do with that.
Apparently, I don't know if it's gone through or not, but apparently it was greenlit for season 2.
Ugh.
What?
But I don't know if they're gonna go through with it.
And the creators were open to saying that they never played the games.
Oh, they were
boasting
that they were saying, oh, we're never gonna we didn't even play the games to do the show.
And you know that's
And
what they
everybody's
tried
like-
to do with The Last of Us. They told the actors not to play the game, but they said they played it anyway because they were trying not to make it to the point where they try to emulate the character. I think he had a slightly different vision for the show anyway because it's not going to be like an exact thing. So he wanted it to be its own separate thing from the game. So maybe basing the character on the game, like trying to do the same facial expressions and all that stuff, might actually hurt that. But they said they played it anyway and they enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem very much like the characters seem like they're from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's, I don't have any break in immersion that way.
I mean, the cast has been good. In one of the recent episodes, I think it was 4, they added a character, this lady who runs a settlement or something, and she doesn't seem like she fits the role.
I've seen a lot of kind of, well, it hasn't been like a huge controversy, but people are kind of, it's not believable. Especially it's supposed to be grounded. Like she has a bodyguard that's this like dude looks super jacked and he has like, I don't know, he has like a rifle and she's just walking around. Like it doesn't seem believable that she would be leading that guy.
Yeah,
what I'm
it
saying.
would be
like,
in that world, especially if they're like stopping vehicles and stealing their stuff. I feel like he would be the one to literally shoot her in the face and take over.
It's like, it's just not believable. 'Cause she's not like, I'm not saying that a woman can't be that like that. I'm just saying she doesn't present herself in an authoritative way where you would believe in that hard, tough world that she would come out on top.
Well, didn't she talk about how she wanted to perceive the character as more feminine? Which wouldn't make
which is
it
fine.
wouldn't make any sense as
Well,
to
she
be a
said-
leader of a group like that.
She said that being feminine were commonly associated with being weak, and she specifically brought that to the character
to make her look strong.
No, to like say that, oh, you can be feminine and like quote unquote weak, but still be a leader. And it's like, no, you can be feminine and strong. Like, I don't know. She's going at it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because like with any leader in that world, you need to have something that makes people drawn to you. Like maybe something will be revealed in the next episode that she has knowledge or some bigger plan or something. Because I don't really know what those people's plan is anyway. There's not really a set vision. You know?
Like in Boston, the fear is the leader pretty much there.
Fedra.
But the fear, the fear of them killing you is the leader pretty much.
Yeah, and some stuff from 2, like not the Fireflies. There's another group there that Ellie was a part of. Wolf, or not Ellie. Abby was a part of.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Was it WLF Wolf?
Something like that, yeah.
And then there's the Seraphites, but they all led, not even led, but they all just had their own like violence and like even the leaders.
Well, the Seraphites were religious, like very religious.
Those
quote
guys were
unquote.
scary. They had the knives and stuff.
You'd hear
cut you
a
open.
whistle when
Yeah.
they realized that you were there, and then an arrow would come out of nowhere and hit you.
A lot of people said they didn't like the Seraphites,
I liked them.
but I liked them a
They were
lot.
kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like ladders and stuff between the skyscrapers, all these bridges, so they could sneak around and not be noticed.
I remember that, and you had to sneak through those areas. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know I'm interested in seeing that lady more in the next episode and seeing like what her backstory is.
Imagine she just doesn't come back at all.
I doubt they would
Actually,
do that.
no, because of the. Never mind.
It's almost like a 2-parter.
Well,
Yeah.
if they can prove like what it is that makes her the leader, then I'm fine with that. But as of now, it just seems like this random lady that has no authority or no reason to be the leader is like just calling the shots.
But knowing the game, knowing where it goes, I'm excited to see this next episode.
Earlier in that episode, there's something Joel said, like he's been on both sides of doing whatever he needs to do to survive. And it's kind of just a dog eat dog world that if this person doesn't serve your interests, they're gone. I'm going to serve my own interests in their place kind of thing. So maybe she can meet the needs of the people. But
I wonder if that would be cool if they did like a short little flashback or backstory on Joel, like when he was in those days. Or like see how bad he was.
You know, I saw someone saying that, and they said that it might actually hurt the character of Joel because he did stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, but they never showed it in the game at all, and like that he's hurt innocent people and killed them, probably stole.
Maybe it's the not seeing it which makes it more impactful.
Yeah. Huh. But that's the one that we're all thinking about, and we're gonna go home and watch it in a little bit anyway. The next episode. So, as we get through them, we'll probably mention each episode as we go on, and then we'll do a big comparison at the end.
Well, I'm trying to think. So there's 9 episodes in total?
Isn't it done this month? Or is it next month?
No, it's done like mid-March.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, part 1 comes out on PC late March. So we could always like wait till April to do the full thing on it. Or we could always just as the week that it's over, just do a podcast on it. But I kind of want to do a full-on like Last of Us show game podcast.
Yeah, well, it kind of goes hand in hand. Playing the first game, finishing the season of the Last of Us show, first season. So.
We don't have any other activities planned for today.
No, we could do a quick Q&A, but I'm not sure if anyone...
I don't know how many people are
one viewer
in the chat.
One? Okay, maybe not then. I'm hoping that once we get our new setup, I don't know, maybe it'll open things up more, make it more casual.
Yeah, and we should also put an announcement in advance so people can be ready.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Maybe.
Promote it. Have a schedule.
I was gonna say like we can schedule the stream to start at like an hour before, and then it'll send a thing in the Cubold automatically. And then
I wouldn't want to do
it.
2 different announcements just because adding people too many times. But
We can post on the YouTube community thing and put like maybe a graphic about our stream schedule.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. So we might actually be without a studio for a little bit when
No.
like in the moving process. I don't know.
I think probably a week or two.
Oh yeah.
Well, 'cause we gotta
we
set
gotta
up.
get everything in there first. Yeah.
I'm not
'Cause,
sure.
I think it's gonna be late February when we'll start moving stuff over. So we'll probably have a couple more podcasts in here, maybe a couple more game nights, and then we'll probably like a week or two we'll take off.
Yeah, we all have good mics at home, so we'll probably do a remote one too.
That is true.
We've done that over Discord before, and it worked out well.
Yeah.
Beginning of March. I
Beginning?
think. Yeah. Start of March.
Chat really fast.
So, I don't know. We'll probably be without a studio for like a week or two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Generally. So.
All right, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you for tuning into CuboldCast. We'll see you in the next episode.